Hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing fine. We are back at the fun no with yet another topic verbs. I hope you all have heard about verbs. They are the action words. But here we are going to learn a little more than what we already know. Here it says a verb is a word used to describe an action, state of occurrence, and forming the main part of the predicate of a sentence. So if I say, I am running, the word running is an action. I sleep. Sleeping is an action. So let us see what are the types of verbs we have. We have intransitive verb, transitive verb, and compound verb, helping or auxiliary verb, linking verbs, regular verb, and irregular verbs. Have a look at it so that you remember them. Action verbs, as the word denotes, that expresses action or possession. Transitive verb, they talk about the action verb that have an object to receive the action. I rode the bicycle. So, rode is your action verb and there is an object, the bicycle. So, I know what you rode. I moved the chair. If you say I moved, that means just you moved from one place to another. But as there is an object, the chair, so I know what you're talking about. Whereas when we talk about intransitive verb, they do not need an object. So the word is read like I laughed. I laughed at whom is not mentioned. I cried, that is mentioned, but why I cried, that is not mentioned. So they do not have an object receiving the action. Next, when we talk about regular verbs are those whose past tense and past participles are formed by adding a D or an ED to the end of the verb. If I say, I dance, it would be I danced. Example of regular verbs, if you look at the table given here, roll, rolled, rolled. Plan, planned, planned. Look, looked, looked. So there is ed after the word roll, plan, and look. Whereas when we talk of irregular verbs, which there is no addition of d or ed, like break, it's broke or broken. We do not say broked. Run, it's ran or run. We do not say ran. Come, came, come. These are the examples of irregular verbs. There are compound verbs. For example, Matilda loves bread but detests butter. What do we understand here? Here are two verbs that are being used, loves and detests. So look at the definition. A compound verb is when a subject has two or more verbs that are joined together by a conjunction. So here it has been joined by the word but. Look at the next example. Sarah baked cookies and ate them up. So the conjunction is and, the verb is baked and ate. So we have combined this two with the help of an and. Helping verbs, as the word suggests, it helps. So when we talk about helping verbs, they are verbs that help the main verb in a sentence by extending its meaning. We have eaten. I could have said I ate or he ate, but we have included a have there. So have is helping verb and eaten is the main verb. They're used together to express the action. They are working. Are is a helping verb and working is the main verb. I could have said they work. But I'm using a helping verb here to express the work. Helping verbs. There are only about 15 helping verbs in English, and once we look at them, we understand they fall under two basic groups. One is your primary helping verbs, other is your modal helping verbs. The primary is be, so any form of be, is, are, were, am, anything that should fall under the primary. Do and have. Note that we can use these three verbs as helping verbs or as main verbs. Whereas when we talk about modal helping verbs, we use modals helping verbs to modify the meaning of the main verb in some way. The modal helping verb expresses necessity or possibility and the changes in the main verb that senses. Primary helping verb is am, is, are, was, were, be, been, being. So you can look at this table in front of you, which talks about helping verbs and modal helping verbs. Now, when we talk about modal helping verbs, you can talk about sentences like I must go, which is an obligation. You have to go. You can't think of not going. You will do your work, or I will do my work. That's a determination. I might do my work. There is a very weak possibility. I may come along with you. There is a possibility, but I'm not sure. So that is how your modal verbs help. Thank you for paying attention to the class, children. I hope this topic is clear. Thank you.